Diego C. Mortal, VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
The best kind of lineup for you to play when everyone is in the boot camp. Oh, Febby.
Febby. That's not a boundary you want to cross, my guy. First blood given over to X. You know, he's been a big reason of why they've been able to take their previous matches and series. His bottom. Roger in some trouble. MKS gonna fly over the tree line, and now with the slow coming out from the time dilation, Bok is in a lot of trouble. Dilation about to expire, so we'll see the movement speed start to pay off. But the fact that Roger can just stand his ground and almost get the kill, my oh my, but look at Carlo. He's having a free time just right-clicking down the Death Prophet. One more spell usage with the right-click will get their first kill for TNC.
Oh, that was a single-handedly sustaining this lane, making sure that Doom is able to just stay here and farm. And MKS was a little unlucky with the bash. Didn't really get the ones that he needed to get the kill on Doom. And Carlos just gonna casually suicide to the tower, come back with full HP, full mana, and even being the delivery.
One creep now away from 6. And MKS is in a critical threshold where they got the Doom, and let's see if he can use it from the tree line. Well, Carlo's gonna be able to find the setup and the stun. Silent tries the TP down. Oh, excellent. All right. Does he go for this now? You just got the deny. You're feeling yourself. Maxed out Slight. You got the Arcane to play with.
And I believe Bombi, as a Phoenix spammer, he definitely knows about this. So I believe we are going to see a lot of early Supernova right now.
Bottom lane, Box in trouble. Excellent. Another beautiful rotation from the Ember, and all of this continuing to be set up thanks to how they are controlled.
It's going to be the word of this game.
Young God is going to be in trouble top lane. Xiaoyu charging up the first epicenter. And of course, they've got the percent damage coming out from the Spirit Siphon as well. So Young God's going to have to rely on the toss away with Burrow up in a couple of seconds. Oh no, they just missed the bushwhack. Roger needs to tank the tower. Can he get the aggro away? He cannot, but all right. He wants to just pump the ultimate and bring down Carlo, but a recognition of the TP out gets him to safeties. Meanwhile, mid, Febby. Nice decrypt. Slab will be up in a couple seconds. Bonbon's even going to fly on over and forced to drop the Supernova because of this issue in the Netherward.
Bottom side, Ares.
Oh, Chrono MKS. Look at that. Oh, the premature tip as well from objective off the back of that.
Exactly.
Epicenter top lane. Xiaoyu's going for it. The lane ward, but they're unable to run into Bok, but a pogo over the tree line means that Xiaoyu can get the TP out. They just find the stun connection, and this is a huge kill. They even have to fuse the Doom for it a little bit. It's not as worth for Bok
right now.
Alright, Silent. Got one remnant. An early use of the Sun Ray. Not been able to follow this up with the Chrono. MKS is going to go for it. Guess who it's on? To the Lina. Supernova drop to the northern side. So Yahweh is going to try and pop the BK and bring down the egg, and he's able to do so. That was the blink reveal from Young God as well. So straight to the backline. Finds Excellent. A huge fight for TNC, even though they're up against the ultimates. Continuing to hunt. Blink still being cancelled. Bok's going to provide the vision on Roger, but Young God not going to find an angle, so... Well, Bok, they want to take the fight. Just charging up the higher ground, but he's got BKB. You don't want to use everything onto the Doom. That's not an easy kill at all. Gonna try and hold him back and towards the side. Young God jumps in, follow up with the Doom as well. Bok just onto the Faceless Void, but they have no follow-up damage until Febby is able to find the live train from and far and instantly RSG. Tucking their tails in between their legs, or Xiaoyu! No! A Burrow off the mark. He always had an opportunity to charge up the BKB, and now they really want to take the fight. Into Radiant's territory they go. There's another core cut down by the burst. Excellent. Can he turn this one around? They know they used a lot. A BKB only committing onto Febby. He's still got one more remnant to be able to utilize here. Up to the higher ground is considering, but Carlo is already in prime position to be able to set up. And with the LSA follow-up, Your Way doesn't even need it. The right clicks for good measure as TNC find an...
So they could, without Exo... Oh, it's looking very risky.
Zillion. Putting his body on the line, making space. Xiaoyu's got the follow-up. BKB still an opportunity, gets it off before the chrono, so the Sunray has a non-factor with bringing down Young God. And once again, it's a disastrous fight for RSG. As Silen, everything is on his back to turn this team fight around, but with no remnants to retreat away, they should be able to catch out the Ember in the day is the Doom. They pulled them across the map, so Yolway and Febby actually have a little bit cautious now. They're instantly beelining to the area, but they are very far away. So maybe Silen might be able to get the Pugna with the follow-up from Xiaoyu. But Yolway just rips apart Roger, so not even a 1-for-1. As Yolway now with the BKB pop, but the rest of the reinforcements have arrived. And RSG, they cannot...
The enemy jungle, and now that they're just gonna chill. Look at Tiny, he's not even whacking the tower. He knows that as long as
they see Exilern onto the high ground. Great placement of the Observer Ward. And meanwhile, Xiaoyu, he wanted to start the fight, but it was TNC utilizing the vision to perfection. Siphon can be sometimes detrimental. Smoke towards Radiant Secret Shop. Roger's gonna run straight into Carlo. Towards the backline though, Youngo, they're onto the Phoenix, so Xiao Babon has to drop down the Supernova along with the Chronosphere follow-up. They need a way to be able to cancel the Lina right clicks. The Bashers! What is that luck? There's no way RNG God is on their side. RSG, they dodged the bullet and in fine fashion.
It was Roger buying it. Right, both teams knows how important the Vision game is to them right now, and I believe we are gonna see another epic team fight here. It's really anyone's game right now. It's all
100%.
about executing team fight.
You got to get your Doom off though on Bok. We've haven't really seen it a couple times. Mid lane, they're on the Lina once again. They've got the Chrono, this time with the Sunray forward with 3 heroes caught out. How do RSG continue to take team fights like this? Another Sunray inside the egg means that Dire will burn all to a crisp as the corpses littering the ground and RSG can now pillage the base.
Dire's middle tower.
The explosiveness, man, coming from RSG. And know that this could happen. Everyone just sitting behind the throne, actually.
Well, they're gonna see Carlo. Not the best target to jump.
Dire's top barracks.
Xiaoyu looking to force reactions though. If they can get some early items out. Oh, Roger! A couple of hits from Young God, almost enough to get the kill. They'll trade it for a 1-for-1. Silen quickly in and out, making sure there's no opportunity for Bok to land the Doom. And keep in mind, like, who do you Doom now that Void has ages? Like, what is the game plan from TNC with this defense? Okay, they're just gonna look to jump in. Who cares about the first life? MKS trying to stand his ground with the help of the Sunrays, doing a lot of damage to Young God. That might just tick out. Oh my lord, Xiao Bonbon's able to do it all by his lonesome self. The Supernova towards the backline without the Lina to bring down the egg. They have to stand there and watch at a safe distance as the buyback starting to rain in. But MKS, that's where it can pounce. A Chrono finding the Tiny, a dieback for Young God. And now it's all up to Yolway to turn this fight back in their favor. It's a double back. MKS, a time walk back inside the base. He wants to take the team fight. You gotta respect Yolway though. This Lina really starting to ramp up the damage. The Halberd not being able to prevent the right clicks, but Roger still standing his ground to the best of the possibilities. Xiaoyu, a whiff of the Burrow Strike. 3 will drop on TNC, but Yolway still reigns supreme.
The objective, get the Megas, and then regroup. Because TNC, they are still not tapping out just yet, so they still have to play a little bit careful here. It's not over just yet for TNC, because everyone basically used their buyback on RSG side. So if you're able to hang on a little bit, try to get some kills, maybe there's a sign of coming back. RSG, then seems like they are looking just ending.
There's 4 heroes though. MKS! Oh no, he blinked directly into the middle. He's gonna try and get the BKB, but now with the Exo to go through along with all the bashes they would ever need. Lina's gone, and the hopes and dreams of TNC finding an angle back into this game will join her in the grave as RSG continue with their dominant run. They'll take game 1, and Arthur, what a comeback and what a way to kick off our night.
Man, we both know that this game is going to be hype, it's going to be close. I just didn't think that it's gonna be such a nail biter, man. Oh, the back and forth in team fight, and this is what we all love to see, right? This, the team winning is gonna look hard for TNC, knowing that was the playmaker. Oh,
Did you hear me? Did it come through? It's alright. Chat, if you're able to read my lips.
their heroes are just so easy to execute. But then again, though, I'm definitely on your side. I'm not counting out the Medusa. Medusa is not like a completely free Medusa game as well, because I do believe Snapfire has always been a very solid
Roger
support.
might go down. Oh, the movement speed for the Death Prophet is not enough as MKS too late to the party. And Block will find our first. Again, we're seeing all the side lanes really get whatever they would like out of it. Oh, hang on that. Yeah, you might be in trouble bottom lane. Febby and Young Gods gonna drop the combo here to bring down the Sand King, although he can cut through the trees. They're relying on the right clicks now until Febby has his Nether Blast back and available as top lane. MKS is in trouble too. Beautiful micro from Block. Blocks out the tree line as an avenue to escape. As
Quiet game so far, though, from RSG.
once again,
Excellent.
he might drop the coil for this. He'd love to not have to use it. But the decrep getting dropped down. Sillen is going to expend the ultimate to get the kill. They are starting to sneak to the jungle. Yowei playing with the invis, but Dire have the recognition of his position. Yowei's still going to look to pounce, but the cold feet holding him back. So MKS just survives on a slither of health, and Yowei will be penalized. Can the Helm Dump do enough damage? So MKS cutting through the trees, ring around the rosy. No way! Oh, the summons do the dirty.
Bottom side. It's just like 3 hits away, and Young God's gonna go for it.
Dire's bottom
Everyone
tower
else is
under
behind, though.
attack.
They are mass TPing down for the Tiny. That is a ambitious attempt. You're top of the net worth, and now you're giving it some net worth. Wait, okay, they get the kill. They gotta get to mid though, Arthur. Look at this. Yeah, instant smoke.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Jayu under a sentry. It's not the easiest kill with the hood. He's gonna look to pop and try and escape from the Mortimer Kisses, but now that Dire have shown up, they're gonna land the coil, chasing back the wolf. But the coil will not last for long, so Box should be able to escape Roger. Meanwhile, everyone else will be at the cost. And all they go is Yowei just runs straight into Exilern, but doesn't have the damage just by himself from the Void Spirit. Is going to be relying on any extra follow-up, but TNC a little bit hesitant to join Void Spirit in this attempt.
So I guess he's looking for that. Oh, top lane!
Top lane, run to the Void Spirit. Xiaoyu and Xiao Bomba to start, and Ash will step out. Meanwhile, bottom lane, MKS was able to evade the attempt. There was Mortimer Kisses and Shapeshift used to try and chase down the Medusa. So they're going to be eyeing up Roger instead, but just a miss of the War Stomp. It's a bit too hard with the Death Prophet's movement speed, so that's a lot forced out, and RSG continuing to get some space to find their farm.
Oh, I'm
Radiant's
actually very
middle
surprised to see
tower is
Bob.
under
Oh,
attack.
Yowei going in. Any follow-up?
The cookie. It's still RSG playing behind Seal and what a borrow, and now the coil follow as once again chaos raining down on TNC all throughout the team fights as RSG just continue their dominance with all of these abilities. Dire are going to do a crap load of damage without a doubt. This is so much magic amp that Radiant just have to get BKBs soon, otherwise we're going to continue to see these team fights going RSG's way if they can utilize their abilities. Xiaoyu looking to counter initiate, but it's going to be Roger to die off first. Now they're on to Exilin as well. No way to get rid of the Orchid as finally Young God wants to show up to the party, and he's doing so in perfect fashion. But a buyback from Roger, looking to turn this one around, but the Death Prophet only has the Medusa to play with, and there's nothing that MKS can really do at this stage of the game. A dieback for Roger, and now the Medusa's next on the agenda. They're going to be cautious about all the split damage, but once they toss her up into the air and control her perfectly, they can
Tier 3, and then smoke from there.
MKS is still hitting the tower. Gonna use their first stun, Color with the follow-up as well, and all of a sudden Medusa surrounded in Radiant's jungle. Another kill onto the carry of RSG.
Such a good read. They're feeling it right now. TNC, they have all the power for them to push the tempo, to run for, to hunt.
Yep, you do have one on the Lycan and the Tiny. It's running all the way around. They've got the sentry detection. They might be able to blow up the first life. BKB forced out, but he's going to stand his ground, tossing Yo away further into the middle. Yours providing space. RSG, do they feel like they can take the fight? Medusa's going to respawn in a couple of seconds. They're targeting Yo down instead without any ultimate charges to retreat away. The Void Spirit will be penalized for this. Sillin, though, still doesn't have the coil. Oh, he's actually going to jump! Sillin's got the Lotus Orb, but a quick toss into the air. He's able to get the phase shift out to safety. Meanwhile, Tiny, he'll lose his first life. How do they set up for the second? Carlo kills off the puck. Great scatter blast, and he's going to TP out as well, directly in their faces. But this is the Aegis advantage where they don't get a lot out of it.
It seems like RSG, they might want to invite a fight.
Dude,
here,
Yo, don't do it.
smoke.
Yo, don't step up.
Not quite as slow.
Oh, yes,
He's got A on disc, yeah. Yeah, he's got A on disc. I don't think they get the kill. It's going to look to drop the core, but now with the haste. They've revealed their positioning. Sillin, no! He taunted forward. He actually followed through with the illusory orb, so he's going to end up being penalized for that. Now Youngblood just charging the middle, but he's turned to stone. Keep in mind, he does have the Aegis advantage as MKS trying to stand his ground, but the Stone Gaze soon to expire. So this will give an opportunity for them to run into the middle. They've lost block off to the side, but RSG, they're just playing right behind. It's up to the north. Sillin.
What?
Sillin? He bought back. He killed off some other heroes, but... Oh no, I didn't see him even make that.
You know what? Medusa was going in, hitting the nether ward while the others are getting jumped on.
Bottom lane, Youngblood is pouncing instantly on the higher ground. He's still got the Aegis to work with, but MKS's damage is really starting to stack up though. But they're unable to deal with Febby and Carlo. Gobble up, toss in the middle. Even Yolway's gonna look to buy back. They've dealt with the first light, but can they claim the second? Youngblood blinks out of the ice path. And now he's gonna jet straight onto the Medusa as A able to join all his friends in the grave as Youngblood secures the fight. They're looking to smoke out to catch RSG off guard, but they're aware of this. Back inside the base they want to go. MKS just bought out for the butterfly too. Gobble up, Yolway runs straight to Roger. Gotta be cautious of the coil. They've caught up the Tiny. He's gonna look to break it as MKS tries to get in front, but a great Yor Scepter. Sending MKS up into the air. And now RSG, their backline continuing to be crumbled by Bok. Both supports taken care of, but also importantly, their ultimates have been used so they won't have a way to kite the Tiny now as they're gonna jump. Xiaoyu starts, Yoe's got the follow-up to try and protect Carlo, but MKS doing so much damage. Younggod's gonna look to step in the fight, but without the wolf bite, we see how difficult it is for Tiny to enter. Slow. It's mega slow.
Oh no.
Fight out. Roche is low. Younggod's gonna try and get information. Smoke's gonna pop. They need the core to try and protect this. Roche is dropping, but Xiaoyu dropped faster. The Sand King is so important for the team fight, but the core breaking, setting up for the Ice Blast. MKS gets the Aegis to cheese as well. Yoe jumps in. It might cost him his life, however, as Yoe ends up dropping along with the Tiny. How did RSG do this? Once again, a creative way to be able to turn this game back on its head as MKS finds 3. Now Sillin buys back as well. They're going to run to Febby, and I tell you what, a tier 1 does nothing this game to protect you 42 minutes in. So Febby's going to dive, the 4th casualty, to run around, find different avenues, and to get to the supports. Now that RSG actually have a pep in their stride and thinking they can take a fight outside their base, it will make it much easier for TNC. As we might see this be the case, a gobble up in, Youngblood to start, Yoe with the follow-up, all eyes on the coil. That's how you can hold back this wolf-bitten Lycan as Youngblood pounces, brings down the Ancient Apparition, but Dire, they have the outpost if they want to TP back to, but you're kiting the wolf bite. This is exactly what RSG need to do to the backline. They go, Xiaoyu once again is going to be brought down. It's a lot of their control initiation. Youngblood jumping Roger, but look at Febby continuing to kite MKS, decrypt after decrypt, but now that it expires, they're on to Lycan. Got the Skadi, along with the ultimate. Youngblood's going to run into another support without the BKB. Youngblood's in trouble! They instantly turn their attention away towards the Tiny, and now with the coil out, what can the Void Spirit really do? It's going to be protected from the Aeon Disc. It jumped to the northern side, so he's able to make it out, cutting away the life of Xiao Bon Bon. They want to fight.
So much, bro.
They want to start the fight, and they're going to do just that. Wolf putting up, gobble up into the middle, but Roger, he can stand his ground, and Tiny's in trouble. And BKB used defensive, but the coil means he can't escape. Youngo tries to get away to the western side, but the Arspice once again ticks him out. And oh, Dire, they have full control of the team fight. Your way, one more ultimate, bar strike on forward. They're only clipping one. Now with the BKBs once again, as Xiao Yu, has he bitten off a little bit more than he can chew? Buybacks coming to the fray, the Tiny looking to rejoin, but MKS continuing to reign supreme. They've overstepping the boundary, but how can you bring him down as Xiao Yu? A bar strike putting his body on the line, charging up the epicenter is raiding. They committed into the middle, but maybe they can do it. Maybe they can turn this back on its head. As Dusa falling ever so low, they've got the damage to bring her down, but the cost, is it too grave? 3 are being killed off. They go. The vortexes are laid down. One of the kisses early on from MKS, trying to burn all their damage with the backstab. Bok and Yelway on the right. Jump Bonbon's on the vision. Aeon Disc, Latifi get the ultimate off. They're going to toss the Medusa away from the team so he can't protect the supports. But the coil breaks and Bok, even though he's got BKB, he'll still be killed off. Such an awesome attempt from TNC. They tried to toss MKS away to protect the supports, but it didn't matter in the end as they were able to rekindle their formation and back to the higher ground they go. Yowei?
Radiant structures are
And this
fortified.
Aeon Disc, man, it's really screwing up TNC. Mega Crypt's gonna come.
And the big thing is they don't have the Lycan as well for the Wolf Bite. Like, that's the huge thing. So now Youngo's got to do it on himself. Maybe Carlo can toss him in the middle. They're starting the fight. Nice defensive gobble up. Sillen's going to look to prevent them from getting back inside the base, and the Ice Blast on the entrance, landing onto 3. You may as well just dive. You're in a position where you can kill them off, take it to the throne. But RSG, they're holding back. Holding back. Patience from them. Objective-based gaming.
Oh no. Back against the wall. They have to do something crazy right now. They still buyback on your way. Still being patient about it. He bought back.
The back line. Carlo's going to jump in. They're targeting down Roger. A great follow-up. They also kill off Exilin in the meantime as well. Lycan's up with 20 seconds if they can stall this out, but they might not be able to. Roger's back in. Exilin as well with a throne exposed. MKS can stand his ground. One last ditch attempt. They need to continue to control MKS, but the throne, it's too weak. It's too low. All RSG need to do is continue right-clicking the base, and they'll do it. Once again, a 2-0 victory from the undefeated.
What a storyline coming from RSG, man. And not only that, this puts RSG.
Right.